Okay, moving right along. So, what I do next is I use our Touch Mineral concealer. And I use this as a highlight. So, if you're going to use this to cover up dark circles, you're going to want to use the same color that you use for your foundation. If you're going to use this as a highlight, you're going to use a shade or two lighter. So what I do is I kind of go in and I shape my brows with this. So any imperfections that I may have made, I'm going to correct that right now. And that'll also really make the brow pop. Now, I don't know about you, but I used to only use foundation. And that would be basically all I did to my skin. But the problem with that is when you use foundation, you are evening out your skin, which is great. That's the point of it. However, what you don't realize is that you're also taking out all of the natural shadows that your skin has. No one has completely even complexion. So what we want to do is once we get rid of the imperfection, we want to add color and highlights and shadows back in, which is what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to look a little crazy, but it's okay. All right, so now I'm going straight down the nose. And how many people do this for their concealer? That is the wrong way. This is the right way. You want to do it in a triangle. So I dab. And then I pull. And what this does is it's going to brighten up your whole face. So it's not going to draw people right to the dark circles under your eyes. Slim up the nose a little bit. And this is what highlight and contour is all about. It is showing people where to look. Okay, now I do the Cupid's bow, and then I take a bigger brush, and I do right along here, right along here. And then we're done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to take that and I'm going to start to go and blend in. Now I'm going to take a beauty blender. I need a new one. My son decided to take a nice chunk out of it like a dog. Now you're always going to want to use this damp. You don't want it to be soaking, but you want it to be damp. So what I do is I fill it up, I squeeze it, I fill it up, I squeeze it, and I like it to be nice and big. We do sell beauty blenders. It depends on your preference of beauty blender. Ours are a little more firm. I like mine more squishy and durable. See how that I can just kind of get rid of that. It all depends on your preference. So shop around. Now the other thing with these is you want to make sure that you're tapping. So you're tap, 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 tapping. You don't want to wipe because this is a sponge, so it's going to take all of that product right off. So instead, you're just going to want to tap. that's going to be the start there. I think I may need a little more here just because I have some redness, but I'll go back and work with that. Now, the next thing I do is I take our Beachfront bronzer and I use a thin brush like this. This is called a contour brush. You don't have to use this. You can take a brush like this, a blush brush, and just squeeze and highlight and contour. But I like this. So now you're going right below your cheekbone. And then we're going on the side of the nose, the tip. So we've got the highlight here, and then that's kind of making my nose appear smaller. Going along the hairline. My nose is itchy. And then right along the jawline. So see, that's going to create shadows. Now, what I do is I take a fluffier brush, but also used for contouring, and I blend up. And you're always going to want to make sure that you blend down your neck. I actually think I'm going to take like a little bit more and just go down. And that kind of will shape my face. I'm doing this in my bathroom because the lighting outside right now is gloomy and I can't get good lighting. So I don't have the normal working space that I usually do. Okay, so I do want a little more concealer. I'm just going to brighten up. Out. See, I'm still keeping that kind of triangle effect. Go back in. I'm doing a triangle. And it's all really about blending. Okay, so I applied that. Now I'm going to go in with a blush. That's what our blush looks like. It has the mirror on top. And I'm going to take this light brush here, really, really flimsy. It's a very, very light brush. Kind of tap out whatever excess. And then I'm going right below the highlight, right above the contour. And then in the apples of my cheek. See that? So, again, right below the highlight. In the apple. Now, I know, it looks bright. But that's why we blend. Blending is our friend. Still feel like I'm a little uneven on this side. Okay. So now I take this big brush here, this big puffy brush, and this is when I use the pressed powder as a setting powder. Okay, so now I'm going in and I'm just buffing everything out. So we're doing a nice blend all over the face. we are done with the highlight and contour.